All right, and we are back on Moneyline after a spirited debate. What the hell is that?
Oh, that's the Disney ship pulling into port right now.
No, really, what was that?
That's a Disney ship. That's my wife's ringtone.
That's her ringtone?
Yeah, it's her ringtone.
Sue, why is that your ringtone?
Because
Oh, it's when you wish upon a star.
there you go.
I don't really.
There you go. There you go. Oh, now I can hear myself. Okay.
Well, so, Maria made some good points, and I definitely agree with her.
Yeah,
It's
it should be a good
difference
point. I mean, again, how do I argue with a woman who has played for UConn lady women's basketball, a teammate of Diana Taurasi's, and I'm telling her that no one knows who Diana Taurasi is.
She gave it to you good for that one.
She did, but I'm still going to do the poll. I'm sitting in my
I'm
restaurant.
telling you, people know who she is.
I'm going to, no, I don't think so. I think so. If they're diehard basketball fans, yes, but I'm talking about the average person.
She is.
The average person knows who Michael Jordan is. The average person will know who LeBron James is. And I'm being average, just somebody that may watch a game.
The average person, the most notable names are Muhammad Ali and Hulk Hogan.
Hulk Hogan.
He is.
They'll know who Tom Brady is. They're
Billy the Liquor Guy.
Billy the Liquor Guy. They'll know the big time names. But what I'm saying is right now, if I grab the average person who's 40 years old and hasn't, he follows a little bit of the NBA, doesn't watch the WNBA, ask them who Diana Taurasi is, they won't know. I'm gonna videotape this too.
Diana was a trailblazer. There was nobody like her.
Yeah,
she won 3 national championships.
I don't disagree.
Six gold medals.
But the stage of that happening is small.
So the Olympic stage is small.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes,
I didn't know that.
Yes, the Olympic stage for women's basketball. So you can't. I could probably take anyone, even a diehard fan, and ask them 2 Olympic teams ago, 8 years ago, who was on the women's
Super and Diana Taurasi.
Right, but they may not know that. They may say nobody. They can't remember. They can't remember that far back. Because now, if I say who was on the Dream Team, Michael Jordan.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just telling you who beat the French in the finals in this past Olympics? Steph Curry.
Oh, I don't
with the 4 3-pointers in the last 3 minutes.
Yeah, no, I mean, I don't like basketball in general. So
okay,
it's okay. No, but I agree that it's a different game.
It's a different game, it's a less viewed game. It's
not a less viewed game. Compared to the NBA,
compared to men's college basketball and to the NBA, the WNBA is not a lesser viewed game.
If you're combining
if your TV deal was $13 million with Ion and now they just re-signed it, maybe it's 18 or 20.
They got a much better deal this year.
30? What did they get?
No, I know the increase.
100? What did they get? 100 million compared to what's the NBA TV deal?
Look it up. Jesus.
What's the NBA TV deal?
They're in the billions.
Correct. So I mean, again, I
agree with you.
Yeah.
To an extent, because the WNBA would have folded 20 years ago
if the NBA
had not been financing the league.
They're still not a profitable league.
No, they lost $50 million last year.
Right. So I mean, she's telling me that Maria's telling me, and I'm just picking these up now in my head, but Maria's telling me that the attendance is, but it's not about the attendance. Yeah. No, it's not about you don't make any money at the gate.
No, it's the TV revenue.
If it's a $10 ticket, you're making no money at the gate.
Right. No, you're right. The tickets are much less.
Right.
Correct.
So I mean, that's my point on that. But I agree. I understand what she's saying, and she's got to defend the game. I'm 100% with her on that, and she's right. It is a different game. I totally understand that. I agree with that. It's just sometimes missing
the team's aspect of it. You don't really like. So they signed an 11-year, $2.2 billion deal
with Ion.
Disney, Amazon, and NBC Universal. That's the new deal that goes into effect for 2026.
Disney, Amazon, and what? And who?
NBC.
NBC are all going to be showing WNBA games.
Yeah, they signed a multi-platform deal.
Right.
That's with a lot of people.
But what Ion had the deal for $13 million.
But that's what I'm saying.
So they're not with Ion. But I thought they were with Ion again.
What happened was Netflix, Amazon, everything is streaming now.
Yeah.
The only thing on television that has value
Yeah.
to advertisers is live sports.
Okay.
So that's why they're willing to overpay.
So you're telling me now that in order to watch a WNBA game, I have to have Netflix or Amazon?
Disney. It's going to be on Disney.
Disney, right? So I have to have Disney Plus.
Disney Plus, Amazon,
That's-
NBC Universal,
That's
Peacock.
that's the only way I'm going to be able to watch a WNBA game. Their viewership's going to go down.
Nope.
It's gonna go
Excuse me. There are going to be national broadcasts on ESPN and Amazon Prime.
National broadcasts on ESPN and Amazon Prime. Amazon Prime, how do you get a national broadcast on it without paying?
Well, I'm saying like the bigger games they'll put on Amazon Prime. But yeah, you have to pay.
You have to pay.
Absolutely.
The viewership's going to go down.
Mhm.
Viewership's going to go down.
Well, I mean, it's $200 million a year they're getting.
Right.
They've never gotten that kind of money.
Never gotten that kind of money. Never.
So that surprises you.
Right. Without a doubt.
And you think that they got fleeced, all these television companies.
No, I don't listen, you got me. And maybe all the watchers already have all these pay channels or these pay services, so they don't have to.
No, I agree. It's frustrating as hell.
I would think Netflix and Amazon want people to sign up for Netflix and Amazon. That's how they make money.
Correct.
And so their rationality is
they've split it up. Yes.
Their rationality is that the WNBA game is so attractive right now.
Well, that's how the NFL is. The NFL is
the greatest league, most viewed, most monetized league in the world.
I agree. Yep.
Okay, so you can't compare that. I got to compare apples to
Major
apples.
League is, the same thing. It's on different platforms. It's not one network.
Major League Baseball?
Yeah.
No, each one has their own regional.
There's regional and there's
right.
national.
And then they have the national, and then they don't, and they're trying to put it on Prime, and they're trying to put it on.
That's what it's going to end up being.
It's not going to work. People are not going to pay for that shit.
Well, they are, because cable's dying, Frank. Everyone's cutting the cord. You have cut the cord.
Of course I have.
So what does that tell you?
But I'm not going to. I've cut the cord, and I've gone to. I can see everything I want now.
Yeah.
But bottom line, I'm not going to pay. I'm not going to pay extra to see. I'm just not going to do it.
Do you have Peacock? Yes.
No.
You have Peacock.
I don't think I do. Maybe my wife does.
You watch Law and Order, don't you?
We have Peacock. I don't pay for it. See, well, that's a problem. I have a wife who's bought. Yes. No. Well, I don't need it anymore. But yes, I have Netflix.
Amazon Prime.
Sure.
There you go.
My wife.
You already have it.
My wife pays for all of that.
You don't have to pay for it.
I'm not gonna. I want to.
So now your wife pays.
Well,
for
she subscribed to all of it. I don't go. I don't. Well, of course I pay for it, and one way or another, I'm always paying for it.
That's my.
But bottom line, and granted, I have a way to watch all that right now.
Well, yeah, it's legal.
It is legal. No, it's not. But
no,
it is legal. But what I'm trying to say is that those services offer more than just sports.
Yeah.
If the Yankees are going to go all Amazon, right? Amazon Prime and do the whole season, I'm not paying for it.
Right. You wouldn't pay like a $15 subscription?
No, a month. $200 a year.
$15 a month. I'm sorry.
I got to pay. Right. I got to pay $200 a year to see the Yankees play.
No, I agree. I agree.
That's ridiculous.
I agree. But that's the world we live in now.
Then you know what? Maybe this is the start of the revolution.
Frank, how much were you? You were paying 200 and something for DirecTV or Dish, weren't you?
Yeah, I was paying $140 or something like that for DirecTV.
And then the internet.
And then I went the internet totally separate. Yeah, and $79 a month. I think $79 a month. But my thing is, and I went to YouTube TV.
Yeah, and that was a great deal.
Yeah, and now that's $83 to watch YouTube TV a month.
That's up to 83.
Yeah, well, and I think YouTube TV is the best one.
It is
because you can hook up everywhere. You can hook up in the world. Just get on YouTube.
It offers the most for the least.
But I'm just trying to say, so that's $1,000 a year just to watch television content. So I think it's garbage. I think
you think it's garbage.
I think this may be a way for people to actually protest successfully and be able to show these networks.
You want them to now you're advocating for protest.
For this, absolutely. For money, absolutely.
But not gays for Palestine.
What's that? Gays for Palestine.
No,
I don't care. Okay. First of all, that's such a bold face illegitimate statement, gays for Palestine. They're dying. Any gay that's going to Palestine is dead meat.
They're dead.
They're dead meat.
So you're saying but you said Palestine's not a city or anything, right?
Palestine is
It's just a
nothing
group
right
of
now.
people.
I mean, they're in the West Bank and they're in Gaza. Although I don't know how many are left in Gaza since that whole place has been obliterated.
Right.
But but Palestine has no true home.
Okay. And of the Palestinians,
Yeah,
what percentage would you say are gay?
I bet
Is
you
it
there's-
like
well,
20?
are we talking about 20? No,
10?
no.
No.
Are we talking about closeted or out?
Closeted.
Closet. Well, then maybe 20.
Yeah.
But no, I don't think it's even that high. But I mean, still, that's a death
Now,
sentence.
is it illegal to be gay in Palestine?
It's not illegal.
Oh, it's against the religion.
It's against the religion, basically. So it ends up being illegal.
Right. Okay. No, I mean, it happens.
Yeah.
It happens.
Is this a sports show? Are we talking sports here?
Yeah, I was just curious.
Did you see? I know you don't follow basketball, but
No, but I wanted to get your thoughts on the NBA finals. So,
Yeah, the NBA
what do you
finals,
think
sure.
what do you think is going to happen now with Indiana and Oklahoma City?
I mean,
I mean, because
I like Indiana. I really do. I mean,
Maria was dead set basically that Oklahoma City was going to win in 5 or 6.
yeah. I mean, I think if anything, right now OKC in 7. I'll say I still
You
think
still are with them.
I think the home court may prove
The
to help
advantage,
down
right.
the end over there, and OKC still seems to be the better top to bottom as far as athletes and players. But man, I like Indiana a lot. I really do. They're versatile. They've got a ton of defenders.
I like they're an underdog. It's an underdog story. Finally,
yeah, they are.
Finally.
Right, they are. But they
there he is.
Thank God.
All right. He is battling through gout. He has not slept.
Gout.
He's the flag football champion coach of the 10U team in New Jersey. None other than Coach Schumann. And we are all saying yes to greatness.
Where is Maria?
She had to go. She only had 15 minutes.
What was it? A 2-minute debate?
No, it went 20 minutes.
She
Maria went off on Frank.
She cleaned my colon and then she had to leave.
Because Frank.
What
Frank
was
said,
the debate? Can I get wind of that?
well, Frank, it was fairly civil.
Yeah,
for the first 5 minutes. And then when Frank said that Diana Taurasi isn't recognizable, that kind of set Maria off.
What do you mean it's recognizable?
I said
She is recognizable.
The average person doesn't know who she is.
Yeah.
No way. And no one does. No one does. I mean, no one outside
you would say that too?
No one.
See, I knew it.
Diehard basketball.
Oh my God! I wish you were.
I knew it. I told her I'm going to do a poll down at my store.
Yeah.
100 people. She says I have to ask people that are 21 and over, and I got to ask them if they know, an average sports fan and maybe an average basketball fan. Not to be crazy, but I got to ask you if they know who Diana Taurasi is.
I think you can ask anyone. Just whoever comes into the store, ask them.
I'm going to videotape it. And we'll put it together, and we'll put it on the next show. I'm going to videotape it. Me standing there, just asking people walking, trying to come in and get their slices.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Ask them if they know 2 people.
Right.
Do you know Diana Taurasi?
Yeah.
It would be a no.
Yep.
Do you know
Don't
Caitlin
they-
Clark? It would be
Right.
yes.
Yes. Right.
Do you know Angel Reese? Some of them will say yes.
Oh, without a doubt, they'll know Angel Reese.
Yeah.
Listen to me. I've known
Angel
Maria
Reese,
for.
I don't know if she's famous or infamous, both maybe, but she's
Right.
No, they know her.
I've known Maria for 20 plus years.
Yeah.
That's close to the angriest I've ever seen her.
Yeah. I don't think she wasn't angry.
No, she was pissed.
No,
Like she doesn't get mad.
Yeah,
like
she-
she's very calm.
She
never gets
disagreed.
mad.
She disagreed.
She went off when you said that.
Yeah, well,
I'm
just telling you. I'm telling you. I did. No, she's telling me some valid things. I think she's right about the Caitlin Clark thing about Caitlin being for herself and not being a team player. Well, she's saying that.
I agree with that.
She's
too.
saying that if another player scores an and one on her team, she's not
Like,
running
she
over
doesn't
there,
celebrate. She's
picking
not
him
the
up,
best
giving him a high
teammate.
five. Right, she's not the best teammate.
Yeah.
I did see a couple instances where someone had done some
I don't agree with that.
social media. Well, they've done social media and they see her. She's not getting the ball kicked back out to her and she's pissed. You can see some different anger in there. But I mean, that's anybody who wants the ball is going to be pissed. They don't get it. I got it. But she's saying, okay.
I watched that last game that when she came back, dude. When she passed to other people and they scored, she was going nuts for them.
Right. So we did Diana Taurasi, Paige and Caitlin Clark.
Paige who?
We did start
Paige Beckers.
Paige Beckers.
Start.
Okay. I think some people might know Paige. Some might know Paige.
Start, bench, or cut. So she said Tarazi starts.
Of course.
Paige is on the bench and Clark is cut.
Yeah,
because she's not a team player. Well,
yeah.
I mean, maybe. Listen, I don't know.
Well, she whines.
I don't watch enough. But she whines. Well,
but she doesn't like.
Every player whines.
She doesn't whine.
Yeah, she does. She whines to the rest.
She gets legitimately overly beat up.
That's what I said. My point
I'm
was,
in
I
the
think
Caitlin Clark corner on this one, dude. Listen.
You think that she's targeted?
Where were you 25 minutes ago?
I went to UConn, okay? I went to UConn, okay? So I would be biased towards the UConn. I think UConn, and this would drive her nuts, I think UConn basketball people, because UConn is the king of women's basketball, they hate it when anybody else is not is recognized, because they are usually, you know, whether it's Stewie or Diana or
Alyssa,
they're used to being the top.
She mentioned Brianna Stewart.
Maya Moore.
Yeah, no. I mean, listen, we were talking about it, and she's saying that, you know, Caitlin doesn't have the accomplishments as opposed to a Diana Taurasi, which
the national championships,
the NCAA, or the tournaments, the Olympic tournaments. I understand that. I mean, it's only her second year.
One person led her team to the championship or semifinals.
They went far. Yeah.
Was it Iowa?
Are you talking about Caitlin last season and the
How did
WNBA?
Iowa basketball do this year?
Well, I don't think they did well, obviously.
Without her.
No. I mean, she obviously made the difference. She was a special player, and she turned UConn down. I think that offended a lot of people as well. So,
well, UConn, yeah, I don't.
But
yeah,
I would still I would take Paige Beckers over Caitlin Clark.
I would.
Who would you take?
I would take Paige over Caitlin. I think Paige will have the better career.
I don't watch the game enough, but I wouldn't.
No way.
So I know you haven't watched much of
the comments. Did anyone comment about the Paige scored 32 points and they lost by 20?
She's on a team player. She's on a very bad team. She's on Dallas.
Well, my point is, that's exactly my point. That's exactly my point.
Right.
Your team, Caitlin, has elevated her team from she went to the worst team in the WNBA, and now they're a playoff contender every year.
Right. They beat an undefeated Liberty team. She came back off the DL, scored 32.
No, I mean,
she also had a triple-double against the Liberty, and she beat the Liberty.
Your dog's trying to get in.
I don't care.
Maria actually,
Diana Taurasi is probably within basketball circles recognized as probably one of the top 5 players of all time.
I think she's the Michael Jordan of the WNBA.
No fucking way. This is the Michael Jordan.
Way?
Caitlin Clark is the Michael Jordan of the
WNBA. I cannot believe I'm arguing this. I'm arguing about the WNBA.
How can she be the Michael Jordan of the WNBA if she's not? She's not. People don't go to the games for her.
She was a trailblazer. She was there when the league was nothing. She has 6 gold medals.
Lisa Leslie was a trailblazer. Cheryl Miller was a trailblazer. Give me a break.
I agree.
Dave, where were you 30 minutes ago?
I'm just saying. Listen, here's my thing. So Steve said that Diana Taurasi is the Michael Jordan of the WNBA. Caitlin Clark is the Michael Jordan of potentially the Michael Jordan of WNBA.
I mean, I think it needs time, but I don't think you're wrong. I just there's so as much love as there is to her, there's a ton of hate. And I don't know if it's because she's the center of attraction. Now, all I know is, listen, he just told me WNBA signed a TV deal now, $2.2 billion for 10 years with Disney. And are they going to get that from 2 years before? Are they going to get that for 3 years ago with the performance of the W? They haven't made any money. They still are not profitable. But
And you could argue. I'm not a huge Angel Reese fan, but you could argue that Angel Reese playing the villain is helpful.
yeah, I really do. I think
villain.
that's a good thing, and maybe that is part of the setup for that whole.
I think she's I don't know her personally, but I'm saying her being kind of like the villain role is a helpful. She's a helpful villain, meaning like the whole
She's the
TikTok
Dennis
thing.
Rodman. She's the Dennis Rodman of the WNBA.
She's like she's the Dennis Rodman. Can't make a shot, million rebounds. Gets her own rebounds.
I'm switching it because your thing's coming out.
I don't
That's
need
all.
the mic in.
There you go. Put it back in.
Bang!
There you go.
Am
Okay.
I on? Am I on?
Butter pecan.
You're on.
You got to pop me. That's better right there. Thank you, butter pecan. And Dave, I feel bad. I'm not. And there's stuff I could have thrown on the table.
I don't think you feel
Maria,
bad.
no, I did. I feel bad.
No, you
Maria,
really
I don't want
didn't.
to. How can I insult? Dude, I'm a guy that sits on the couch at night. I haven't played basketball since high school. I don't know nothing about it, and I'm not an athlete that could beat probably any woman for women player. But my thing is that when I'm watching it, I told her it's just such a difference in athletic ability.
Yeah, because of the way the game's played. She argued that it's
just in making
The
layups.
argument
Though
for Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan has his own shoe that
I
still
said
sells
that.
20 years after he hasn't played.
I said that.
You did? What was the argument?
I did. I said the marketing. Oh, you
Okay.
can't compare it to Michael
And
Jordan.
She agreed with that.
Everybody, yeah, she did agree with that.
She
She knows
agreed
it.
with
Yeah,
that.
'cause
I'm
he's a
just
marketing-
saying Michael Jordan is considered the best player
she said
of the
Caitlin-
NBA.
Caitlin
right?
is like the Steph Curry of the NBA. I'm with that. I'm not against that. I'm with that. But
But isn't Michael Jordan considered the greatest player in NBA history?
yes,
Right.
yes, absolutely.
So I would say Diana Taurasi is the greatest player in WNBA history.
Yeah, because history it expands over a
Who won the
long
most
time.
championships?
What's that?
Who's won the most championships? In
The
female
most champion, the WNBA championships? I do not know.
side? Nobody knows. There is no Michael
Because
Jordan.
there's been a lot of
There is
parody.
none.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. You're right.
Know. You would
You're right.
know.
Okay,
It's a
if you're right. You're basing it. If you're yes,
Okay. In
Winning
men's
championships, you're
basketball,
right.
there's a clear men's basketball. There's
Yes.
a clear cut. Michael Jordan's won 6 or whatever it is. LeBron's won X. Kobe's won
Kobe,
X.
Shaq. You're right.
Larry Bird won X. Obviously the most
Magic.
the guy who's won the
Johnson,
most championships is Bill Russell. Okay, these
Yes.
are people that what do you win 8 or 10? People know who they are.
11.
11.
Yeah.
Okay, there you go. Know who they are, so you can make these arguments. If the average person doesn't know how many championships or even close to as many championships, I don't know. I'm actually.
I mean, Diana's won a couple, but it's not in the range of being like the best. It wouldn't be like Michael Jordan. You're right. I'm just saying, like statistically as a player, but comparing winning, yeah, you're right.
Well, here's my thing, and like I said, I don't watch the WNBA much. 5-10 minutes a game, maybe. I try.
She didn't like that either.
Well, I
She
can't
won
watch it. I'm
3.
sorry.
She won 3, Diana.
Right.
Yeah, D1-3.
You know the car commercial.
She won 1 MVP award in her career. 1.
Yeah, because she was a team player.
What? Let me see how many. I'm just curious. How many Player of the Year awards has Michael Jordan won?
He did won a lot. 5, 6. Yeah.
Must
I'm
not
just
be a
saying,
team player.
Listen, to me, if you compare anybody to Jordan, you're crazy. Michael Jordan won.
Disagree about that. You're right. I don't
Michael
know.
Jordan won the NBA's most valuable player 5 times.
D1 at 3. It's just 2 more.
She won it once.
Oh, once. That's right.
She
Oh,
won the
okay.
championship 3 times. She won the MVP once.
I think it was biased, against her.
Why?
Well, they don't like Italians, so
No,
And she's white.
no way. No
she's
way.
white and she's Italian. They were
No
against.
way.
You know
I
that-
don't.
you know that-
No way. 'Cause she straddles on the line that is acceptable for the WNBA. So it doesn't matter what her race is.
What does that mean? The straddles on the line that's acceptable.
You know what I mean.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
There's a lot of letters to it.
Yeah. There are.
There's nothing
Sure.
wrong with it. I don't care. I'm just saying, in the WNBA,
I'm surprised. I did not know that. She only won it once.
How could you be? Okay.
How could you know? Nobody watched.
Michael Jordan, if you won it once.
You're right.
How many
You're correct.
times did Tom Brady win it? Tom Brady's probably right now widely considered the greatest.
Aaron Rodgers won it a lot. Yep.
How many MVPs did Tom Brady win?
I want to look it up.
Well, that was my thing. I said if you mention Michael Jordan, people know who he is.
3 times he won it.
If you mention Tom Brady, people know who Tom Brady is.
Yeah,
if you
the
mention
NFL is different.
Muhammad Ali, they'll know who Muhammad Ali is. Mike Tyson, they'll know who Mike Tyson is.
Wow, Asia Wilson.
But-
Asia Wilson
Was a great. Yeah, she's a great player.
Right,
Stewie,
and I couldn't pick her out of a lineup if you put her out. I couldn't pick her out of a lineup.
yeah, Asia won it last year. Stewie won it the year before. Asia.
Dave, remember that? Have you seen that TV commercial? I think it's not Geico. It's like one of the CarMax, I think it is, where the 3 WNBA girls or 4 WNBA girls are in a car and they're all talking about, hey, trading the car. And no, but maybe people would know that you won the MVP 3 times or something like that. I didn't know any of the 4 girls in the car.
Yeah,
If
you
that's-
didn't even know them.
If that's the star power, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
I
we're
know
going
you're
to
talking about the commercial. Yeah, I saw that.
from this discussion because
So-
it's not productive. It's
It's
proven.
very interesting, actually, to me.
It's not.
I'm
It's
not
not
nodding, am I?
It's not. It's not interesting.
Steve likes
It-
boring discussions. Like, can you tell me about the running backs at UConn?
Right.
I'm like, I don't know. I don't understand
that's
about
you know what, Dave?
Who's the
it.
fourth
At the
stringer
end
this
of that
year?
conversation.
I love it when I'm with my friends, and it's you and
You
friends.
are my friend.
You gang
You
up
need the
on me,
truth in your life.
and you beat
Dave-
me,
Dave,
and it's not fair.
The truth in your life, Steve. I love you. You need
Who's
the
the-
truth
who's
in your
the-
life.
Dave, who's the 4th string running back at UConn this year? Can you tell me who's 4th string?
Actually, I might know that. Actually,
It's
I
Victor
actually think I know
Rosa.
that.
Victor Rosa's the 4th string running back.
Sure.
I
And then
know
they-
it was him with a Canadian. Yeah.
He's Swedish, not from
Yeah,
Canada.
you're right. You're right.
Swedish?
Yes,
The
they,
Swedes have a running back
they brought in a freshman running
He
back
doesn't
from
look Swedish,
Sweden,
Frank.
And
from
I-
Stockholm.
and I almost fell out of my chair.
He can
Because-
run.
I thought it was a joke.
He's a kicker.
No,
So-
he is
So
a
here's
freshman.
another case in point. Brianna Stewart, who I think is a fantastic
Stewie's
player.
unbelievable. Maya
She,
Moore is
She
unbelievable.
won the WNBA NBA MVP twice,
Twice.
named to an All-Star team 5 times, and she won 3 championships.
Right.
Yeah. No, I know. Maya Moore was better statistically than Diana.
She's from Brianna Stewart's from an hour away from us, Cicero, Syracuse.
She is?
CNS. Yeah. Brianna Stewart played at
You know,
CNS.
the UConn basketball players are so good; it's so hard to distinguish between them. How could there be a Michael Jordan? You know what I'm saying? Like,
No, I agree. I thought Maya Moore was the best player I ever saw. She's the only one that won 4 straight championships. I
in
believe.
college, she was the most dynamic.
Yes.
Diana
she had a good-
Diana was Caitlin Clark before there was Caitlin Clark, meaning she shot threes. She could shoot from pretty far out. She passed the ball well. She was
Yes.
strong. She got rebounds.
Facilitator, yes.
Caitlin Clark is a more modern version. Did you see the 3-pointers she shot the other night? Did you see
No.
it, Steve?
I did not.
They were logo shots.
You should see it. This makes the
I don't-
show
I don't-
good.
I don't care to see it.
You should see it. You should see it before you say Diana is Michael Jordan. When this girl's shooting,
When Caitlin Clark wins a WNBA championship or an Olympic gold medal, I will start to get on the train. She can shoot all the 3 she wants.
she'll win a
She-
gold medal.
She's not going to win a gold medal.
They're not going to have her on the team.
Pick her.
They don't want her on a team. They won't pick her.
Which is
She
just-
she didn't play overseas or in the undeniable league.
she
Whatever.
doesn't need to. She doesn't need
That's my
to.
point.
She doesn't need to play in Europe. She's rich.
She was a pioneer. She wasn't rich. She went over and she got her money.
She had millions. Caitlin Clark had millions last
I
year.
Did
know.
Michael Jordan play in the European League?
No, because they paid.
Did
The
Michael
WNBA
Jordan
didn't
go to
pay.
Brazil? Did he go
Yeah,
to
he
Brazil and say,
he
"Oh,
played-
I need to go play in Brazil
The
now"?
WNBA
He
didn't
played-
pay.
He played for Athena in Greece.
The
It would've
WNBA did not pay.
paid if you. It would have paid like it's paying for Caitlin Clark if you had the star power. You need star. Michael Jordan had more than just being the best player.
He had charisma. Yes, I agree.
I can't wait to run this survey.
You knew
I agree.
he was the man. When you watch Caitlin Clark, you know she's I guess the woman.
She needs to get her eyebrows. She needs to get her eyebrows trimmed. She's got caterpillar eyebrows.
What does that have to do?
The only thing
I don't like her eyebrows. I don't like her eyebrows.
Here's the only thing that I would argue that could take.
And she needs to get a tan.
If Caitlin
Clark, she needs to be black.
No,
are you pulling the racist card like everyone else?
She needs to just sit in the tanning booth for a little while. She's
really
pasty white. Just tan a little bit.
I'll give Steve this. He is definitely a UConn homer. He deserves credit.
I am not a UConn homer.
No, you deserve credit for that.
I am not a UConn homer.
You really do deserve credit. Here,
I'm friends with Diana.
Decent shot.
So I'm biased.
Let's just watch this.
Okay, I saw it.
But they've got Caitlin Clark to fire.
Yeah, we can't see it. Freezing up.
Just now getting up as she's down near the free throw line on the other end. Just coming back from an ankle injury.
I'll recap for Steve. She made 5 3-pointers.
I know.
3 of them from logos.
Look at that. Look at that court. It's just obnoxious.
Yeah, we can't see anything.
It's just obnoxious.
All right.
It's an obnoxious court.
So what?
I don't like it.
So what? So watch a game in Brooklyn. Watch a game on Brooklyn's court and see what you think.
They're all like that. They're all designed crazy.
Everybody, they got a little twist everything.
Okay. So can we stop talking about the WNBA now? Is that?
I just want to find out who the greatest who's considered the greatest WNBA player of all time.
I looked at the MVPs.
Type it in the chat. It says Diana Taurasi. Diana Taurasi.
Oh, I wonder why.
I think it's bullshit.
It's not. She's got 6 gold medals. She's got 3 NBA championships. She's got 3 national championships. She is the best women's player ever.
You have to be recognized worldwide.
There's no women's basketball player recognized worldwide other than Caitlin Clark currently. And that's because the league has spiked.
Sue Bird is one.
Yeah, but
Sue is one?
No, I'm just saying. No, I'm trying to see how many championships Sue Bird has won.
Yeah, Seattle wasn't very good.
I haven't heard many broadcasts.
Who?
Sue Bird won 4 league titles. Cynthia Cooper. Remember Cynthia Cooper?
Yeah, but that's when they had 50-year-olds in the league when they first started.
Cynthia Cooper won the MVP
3 times. 4. I know. I saw it. That there was nobody in the league then. They were all jokes.
They were all jokes.
Yeah, when it first started, they had 50-year-olds playing. They were dragging
1, 2. She won a million of them.
Candace Parker should have won.
Were the South Koreans doing broadcasts when Diana Taurasi was playing? Because I know
she was in Russia.
South Koreans. I recently just heard a South Korean broadcast for Caitlin Clark. That's how popular she is.
Yeah.
Caitlin Clark.
Yeah.
Yep. We don't hear that for Diana Taurasi.
You know what? You couldn't pay me to watch Caitlin Clark.
Really? Have you seen her shoot?
I listen. She's got
caterpillar. And her team also has on her team 2 of the most beautiful NBA players. The 2 the Cunningham, and there's another girl. It's a rookie.
Sophie Cunningham, right? Yes.
There's another girl. It's a rookie that's really pretty, and they're all good too.
Yeah. No, Maria picked them to finish in the East.
What are they called? The Indiana. What are they called?
Fever.
Have you seen Fever? Have you seen the viral guy who goes on? He's got a big, huge beard. And he does WNBA team smash or pass, and he puts up all the players, and then he does the coaches. Oh, it's hilarious.
Well, it's just like fuck, marry, kill.
It's hilarious.
That's what I
don't like that. That's
why
too violent. That's too.
Fuck, marry, beat up.
No, I don't like the word. You can't say fuck. You got to
bang.
Smash or pass is great. Like you either
smash, that's what she did,
or you'll pass. So he brings up the face of the girl on the WNBA board, and he goes, respectfully.
Steve, are you?
I don't want to talk about women.
Did you challenge anybody, or were you just kind of moderating it? You were kind of moderating the debate.
No, I tried to instigate, which I did.
You did.
Yeah,
A little bit.
yeah,
a little bit.
yeah. When I brought
and
up,
then Maria got mad.
listen, it's the first time in 20 years
wasn't
I've seen her get mad.
She wasn't mad.
That's mad for her. She
That's
never
mad.
gets mad.
She wasn't mad.
She's the chillest, calmest person ever.
Listen,
And she said, for someone who barely watches the game, say you don't know Diana Taurasi, fuck you. Yeah,
she didn't say that. She
no,
didn't say,
but
"Fuck
she
you."
she
You
gave
remember
you,
when?
she
You remember when she got mad at me about Caitlin Clark and
with Joe.
Yeah, I'm like, they're like, you don't even watch. I'm like, dude.
Well, it was awkward because Joe could be temperamental, and Joe probably, if Joe was given a loaded gun, I think there were a few times he would have pulled the trigger and shot me.
Yeah. Oh, there's no doubt.
There's no doubt. If
you handed Frank one, there's a few times he might.
No.
Without doubt.
When I worked at the pizzeria, maybe.
Without
not
a doubt.
now. But
When you stole his cannolis.
I don't steal I don't steal anything.
Every broadcast, there were 2 blueberry cannolis missing.
I would just take one.
Yeah.
But it's a service
filter.
It's a service charge.
Walks right up to the counter. I'll have this, and this. Thank you.
No, I pay at the counter.
Yeah.
When I go to the counter, I pay.
Yeah.
But no, I don't.
It's the best tasting things at Frank. What is if you went to Frank's restaurant, what is you gotta have at Frank's?
Well, the wings are excellent. I would get the wings, and then I usually get the blueberry crumble cheesecake he has, and then the different flavored cannolis I like
There you go.
very much. Yeah.
Thank you.
The tomato pie's improved.
Improved.
Yeah, it's improved.
Would it come out of the gutter?
Well, no, I don't know what you did, but it's improved significantly.
Yeah.
You
should do a Portnoy ranking. You should go in there, video.
My friend and I used to do that. We used to go to restaurants and do that. But yeah, no, it's the tomato pie has improved. The subs, he had me make subs, and I lasted 2 hours because I was making the subs how I would make them, and I put a lot of meat on my subs. And he saw how I made the subs, and he said that I can't do that because I'll lose money on it.
You took
the job is to make a
6 hours to make one sandwich.
Well, it takes time to put the meat on.
It doesn't take 6 hours to put meat on a sandwich.
But you yelled at me for putting too much on as well.
Oh, I think you went above and beyond the means of putting it on there. Yeah. Double meat for everybody. Yeah, right.
I would try to make a sub how I would want.
Right. And that's why you need to be gone.
And I was. Yeah. It was 2 hours.
Yeah.
So that's fine.
So.
But Oklahoma City, Indiana, do you think that Oklahoma City, now they have a 20-point lead?
Yeah, in 7. I mean, they're still in 7. I
still think they're going to win.
I like Indiana a lot. Both teams have tremendous defensive players. I think that's one thing it's not being overlooked. They are talking about it, but it's an entertaining series. The problem is this is probably going to be the lowest rated series in the history of the NBA Finals. Excuse me.
Really?
Because you got OKC and Indiana. I mean, they're not hubs of media, and they are not hubs of diehard have to watch sports. So I mean, I think this will be the lowest rated NBA Finals.
Yeah, I agree too.
But I think it's one of the more entertaining NBA Finals. There's a lot of talent on that floor.
Halliburton's great.
Yeah, I'm going with Indiana. Indiana's
he really is. His shot looks so awful sometimes, and it's unbelievable how he's so successful with it. Yeah. But they have Mathurin and they have.
How come you don't yawn? You yawn 22 times today, and you don't yawn during this at night. That's so not fair.
Well, first of all, I'm a little bit of a night owl.
Okay. Yeah, you needed your siesta.
Well, once we get to a certain point, like when we get towards the end of Rebel Republic, I start to kind of fade a little bit. But
yeah, a little bit, but yeah, it's tough to get.
It may be a little later for Rebel Republic tonight too, Dave, because I know Tyler's making his way to Tehran.
No, Tyler's waiting.
Tehran, Iran right now, so I don't know if he has landed yet.
Out of all of those.
This is what Tyler said.
Okay, beautiful. That's
what he said about requesting the link.
Did he put the word sand in front of that? That's great.
No, I read him some of the comments that I get from him.
Yeah.
Somebody asked if he was on Duck Dynasty.
Yes.
He didn't like that.
Yep.
Let me go through the list of questions. he was asked about.
Have you seen?
He asked if he would bang. Someone asked if he would bang Kamala.
Yeah.
Someone asked if he could shoot a gun.
Yep.
Someone asked if he had brain.
He would 100% bang Kamala.
Right.
Somebody said, "Do you have brain damage?"
Yeah, makes sense.
Somebody asked if he was a bootlegger.
Sure.
Somebody asked if you vote. If yes, God bless us all.
Dave, did you happen to see the NBA trade for Desmond Bain? The Orlando Magic picked up Desmond Bain from the Grizzlies, and they ended up giving up a couple players, including Cole Anthony, who's a backup point guard, Cantavius Caldwell-Pope, but they ended up giving 4 first-round draft picks.
Wow.
4?
Yeah,
That's got to be the most in the history of the league.
One of the 4 is a
transgender.
Can be reversed. Transgender draft pick, yes. Can be. I think 3 of them can be reversed, and 1 is locked in and can't be reversed.
Oh, right.
But bottom line, this is for a guy who averages a little less than 20 points a game.
The NBA, like, they hire people who've never coached.
Well, they
before.
see.
They bring GMs in who've never done anything.
Orlando sees an opportunity with the Celtics because Tatum will be out to the middle of next season.
Right.
Then they're seeing the East as being wide open. So I understand they figure maybe they can step in there, but 4 first-round pick. You're talking about
that's worse than the Deshaun Watson trade, which was 3 first-round picks.
That could put your franchise back a little bit.
20 years.
It's not like they're getting Giannis.
No,
4 picks and a couple players. I
look what the Cleveland
trade
did to him.
I know. I question that trade. I question how. I mean, Bain has to really come together and be an all-star caliber player.
He's going to have to score 70 points a game.
I don't have to do that, but I mean, he's going to fit into what they do. I understand why they're getting him. He's a great 2-way player, but my Lord, I just thought the price was too heavy.
That is way too heavy
on that trade.
That is. All right, Dave, we're good to go. We can sign off. Tyler's going to be ready in Tel Aviv or Iran shortly.
Tehran, not Tel Aviv.
Tehran. Yeah. And so, yeah. But it was a spirited debate. I'll send it to you, and hopefully you can add it to the beginning, and then we'll be good to go. Right? You should be able to edit it and add it to the beginning of the show.
I don't edit.
Okay. I'll edit it. Now that I have access, I can download and edit it. I'll add it on, so it'll be at the beginning. Okay. All right. So when life gives you lemons, don't make lemonade. Take 2 oranges and recognize.
Throw them at the WNBA.
Diana Taurasi's the greatest ever, and there's nothing you can do about it, bitch.
Good Lord.